Today we're taking a look at these college basketball matches, which are happening on Saturday, March 11, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comment section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. St. Louis versus VCU. VCU will be looking for a third straight win over St. Louis this season, and the trends indicate that the Rams should be successful. VCU has won 8 of its last 10 games against St. Louis, including 6-4 ATS. VCU is also 22-5 as a favorite this season and 5-1 ATS in its last 6 games. VCU has dominated the paint in the first 2 games and dominated at the free throw line. Defensively, VCU has the second best scoring defense in the A10 and has held St. Louis under 70 points in each game this season. Our team pick is VCU -4 points. The St. Louis Billikens improved to 21-11 on the season with a quarterfinal win over George Mason 82-54 on Thursday. Gibson Jimerson led the way with 21 points, shooting 8 of 13 from the field and drilling 2 of 5 from long range. The Billikens shot 55% from the field in the game, and the starting 5 hit on 40% of its three-point attempts. The St. Louis defense held George Mason to just 36% from the field in the win. The VCU Rams, as expected, advanced to the Atlantic 10 semifinal after a businesslike win over Davidson in the quarterfinal, 71-53. The victory gives VCU 25 for the season and puts the Rams in a great position to earn an invite to the NCAA tournament in case they are upset in the A10 tournament. The Rams spread the scoring wealth on Thursday with 3 players leading the way with 11 points apiece. David Shriver, Jameer Watkins, and Adrian Baldwin Jr. all scored 11 points. Watkins added 6 rebounds and 3 blocks as the Rams improved to 25-7 overall this season. Our total pick is under total. Ohio State versus Purdue. Ohio State has made an impressive run in the Big Ten tournament, but they now face the most dominant team in the league. Ohio State is a team full of guards who can score from the perimeter, but due to the injury to their big man Zed Key, they have a weakness in the post. This is a bad recipe when they have to play Purdue, with the best post player in the nation. Ohio State also played against Michigan State without Bryce Sensabaugh. He is not a center, but at 6 feet 6 inches 235 pounds he is an important piece for the Buckeyes. Purdue will have the advantage inside on both ends of the floor, and will end this Cinderella run of Ohio State. Braden Smith is a lockdown defender for Purdue, and will cause problems for the Buckeyes guards. Edey will be the difference maker. There is no way Ohio State will be able to stop them with their depleted front line. Take Purdue to win and cover. Ohio State is continuing their Cinderella run through the Big Ten tournament, which is especially important for them as they are not projected to make the NCAA tournament. The Buckeyes are finally playing better basketball as of late. They won their last 5 out of 6 games and are finally playing up to their potential. In the game against Michigan State, they were led by freshman Bruce Thornton with 21 points and 6 assists in the win. Zach Edey is the focal point of all Purdue basketball conversations. The 7 feet 4 inches 295-pound Big Ten Player of the Year has dominated the Big Ten all season. Against Rutgers he was held to only 16 points and 11 rebounds, which would be a great game for most, but he averages 21.9 PPG and 12.8 RPG. Edey led the conference in scoring and rebounding this season. Braden Smith is an important freshman guard for Purdue. He is the primary ball handler and averages 10.0 PPG and 4.2 APG. Fletcher Lawyer is another freshman guard and the best shooter on the team. Lawyer was held to only 4 points against Rutgers but averages 11.6 PPG on the season. Missouri versus Alabama. The last time that these programs faced off against one another, the Crimson Tide were able to pick up a 21-point road win and should be able to dominate once again. Alabama has a great culture in their program and has the best player in Brandon Miller, who has been stepping up with a 40.4 3-point percentage throughout the year and is a top 5 talent in the NBA draft. Missouri is not going to be able to contain him, and Miller should absolutely dominate. All in all, go with the Alabama Crimson Tide to cover the spread here. These teams have been doing well at getting ahead in their opponents' faces. Missouri is 185th in the country with a 44.4 field goal percentage against, while Alabama is third in NCAA with a 37.7 opposing field goal percentage. Both teams are defending well lately as well, with the Crimson Tide allowing 67 points in their last 3 games, while the Tigers are giving up 70.2 points in their previous 5 games. The under has hit in 7 of the last 10 Tigers games against teams with a winning record, as well as in 6 of the previous 7 Crimson Tide games following an ATS win, so take the under 158 points here. Cincinnati versus Houston. The Bearcats are playing well at the moment and come into this game on a 2-game winning streak. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Cougars, which will give them their 3rd win in a row and 5th win in their last 6 games. Cincinnati is averaging 77.3 points per game. They scored 84 points in their last game, making 44.4% of their field goals and 39.3% of their 3-pointers. Landers Nolley II led the Bearcats with 22 points and 2 rebounds. Dan Skillings Jr. finished with 20 points and 6 rebounds, while Mika Adams-Woods added 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. They gave up 54 points in their last game and will have to keep it up if they want to win this game. The Cougars have won 12 straight games and 11 straight road games. They are playing well offensively, scoring more than 75 points per game in their last 3 games. They've taken advantage of their opportunities at the charity stripe, making over 79% of their free throws during that span. They do a good job finding the open man, and they're very aggressive on the offensive glass, which will give them more scoring opportunities. They also do a good job protecting the ball and won't give the Bearcats a lot of easy scoring opportunities. The Bearcats have struggled defensively in recent games, giving up more than 73 points per game, and will have a hard time slowing down the Cougars in this game. The Bearcats have won 4 of their last 5 games, but they've lost 4 of their last 5 road games. They are playing well offensively, scoring more than 80 points per game in their last 3 games. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Cougars and won't get a lot of extra scoring opportunities against them. They've also been careless with the ball in recent games, which will lead to easy scoring opportunities for the Cougars, who averaged more than 8 steals per game in their last 3 games. The Cougars are very good defensively and they're holding opponents under 60 points per game on the road, so expect them to keep Cincinnati's offense in check. Go with Houston to cover the spread. Our team pick is Houston Cougars. In their 2 games this season, Cincinnati and Houston dropped a combined average of 137.5 points per game. Over their last 5 games apiece, the duo averaged a combined 158 points per game. The Bearcats put the conference on notice with how dominant they were on Friday, and they showed that they have plenty of shooters on offense. The Bearcats have put up 84+ points in 2 of their last 4 games and 5 of their last 7. Houston has scored in the 60s in their last 2 games, but in the 7 prior they scored in the 80s 5 times. They also averaged 73.5 points versus the Bearcats this year. The over is 7-3-1 in Cincinnati's last 11 overall and is 7-5 in Houston's last 12 overall. Take the over 136.5 points. Vanderbilt versus Texas A&M. The Vanderbilt Commodores picked up their 20th win of the season on Friday night in an upset over 3rd-seeded Kentucky to move 1 step closer to an NCAA tournament berth. Vanderbilt closed the first half strong and took a 39-34 lead into the break. In the second half, the Commodores withstood a Kentucky charge and held on for the 80-73 win. The Commodores shot 49% from the field, including 50% from 3-point range. Vanderbilt was led by Ezra Manjones' 25 points. In the Commodores' first and only matchup with A&M this season, they fell 72-66 to the Aggies on the road. Vanderbilt shot 40% from the field overall and was out-rebounded 37-31 in the loss. Vanderbilt's bench played very well in the loss, outscoring Texas A&M's bench 44-15. Miles Stute came off the bench to lead Vandy with 22 points, including 7 of 14 from 3-point range. Texas A&M comes into this game red hot with 9 wins in its last 10 games. The Aggies are also 9-1 ATS at that time as well. The Aggies' defense has stepped to the forefront during this run. Despite ranking just 11th in the SEC in scoring defense, the Aggies have held 8 straight opponents under 70 points. With just the 11th ranked scoring offense in the SEC, Vanderbilt will have trouble scoring against the Aggies' defense. Vanderbilt finished just 12th in the conference in the turnover margin, which should favor A&M. Take Texas A&M. Texas A&M improved to 24-8 on the season and advanced to the SEC semifinal with a 67-61 win over Arkansas on Friday. The Aggies held the Razorbacks to just 40% shooting from the field while dominating the glass. Texas A&M won the rebounding battle 43-26, including 17 offensive rebounds. Wade Taylor IV led 4 Aggies in double figures with 18 points in the win. Texas A&M will look for a second straight win over Vanderbilt and its 25th win of the season on Saturday. The Aggies trailed by 4 points at the half in the first matchup before coming alive to shoot 54% in the second half to pull away for a win. The Aggies out-rebounded Vanderbilt 37-31 in the win. They were led by Henry Coleman III, who had 18 points in the game and pulled down 6 rebounds. Our total pick is over the total.